could not be duller. I need some color. I need a vacation from the daily grind. Now I ain't been feeling right. I gotta find a remedy tonight, and a little recreation's what I've got on my mind. So get ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. Call all of your friends. I call all of mine. Grab some folks from the corner. Tell everyone I'm having a party. Let's have a party. Together, we'll let it all hang out. Just let the good times roll. I've already won the neighbors. I got Patron and I got makers, and my stereo is blasting out that classic soul. So are you ready? Come on now, get ready. Are you ready? Yeah, yeah. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. Call all of mine, grab some folks from the corner, tell everyone I'm having myself a party. Let's have a party. Yeah, oh yeah. Na 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 na. Oh yeah. So are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's have a party. Let's have a party. Call all of your friends. I'll call all of mine. Grab some folks from the corner. Tell everybody I'm having a party.
Thank you so much. I am so ready for a party now.
You were sitting here singing along, so I think you liked it.
I liked it very much. Come on in, Todd. Welcome.
Hi,
We are
guys.
so happy to have you here.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
That was fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thanks.
Damn, it's
She kept whispering
infectious.
that
Are we
to
ready
me.
for a party now?
I'm singing along, and
Yeah, I
she's
think
whispering,
I'm
this
on
is great.
It is.
Okay.
I'm ready for a party.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
I loved it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we should talk about the record, right?
Absolutely. June
22nd, self-titled.
Self-titled.
I've been working on it for a very long time, and spent a long time making sure that it was perfect. It's something that I'm really excited to share with people. So, yeah, available on iTunes and available on my website.
Okay, well, we're done. See ya.
See ya. Bye, guys. Nice to meet you.
Well, I mean, I first met you about 2 years ago.
Yes.
At an expo in the city.
Yes.
Exchanged information, could never get it together.
Yep.
Because we're booked. Because of talented people like this and talented
Because you're so
people
popular,
like you.
you're so in demand. That's right.
But yeah, and kept coming back. Every production meeting that we have, I said, Todd Alsup.
It's true.
Thank you. Thank you.
And finally, the disc is ready.
It's good to be here. Yep. Here we are.
So, years in the making. You're not a native New Yorker.
I'm not. No. I feel like a native New Yorker because I've been here a long time. And I can't imagine living anywhere else. But no, I was born and raised near Detroit, where they make the cars. So, but no, I moved here. I knew that by around age 5, I knew that New York was where I was going to be. I was like, I'm getting out of here. I know where I want to be. Yeah.
Were you always inclined to music?
Always. Like like my mom tells the story that she went to see like she would go to see musicals, like she'd go to see like Evita or something, and I was in her womb and I would start kicking because I was so excited about music. Yeah, and I was a loud kid. I wouldn't stop like screaming at the top of my lungs all the time when I was a kid. Yeah. So always wanted to make music. Yeah.
Very cool. And now you do it for a
That's
crowd.
fantastic.
Yes.
That's awesome. How long have you been in the city?
10 years.
Me too.
I'm on the 10-year club.
So you got here at about age 6?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
I'm 16.
Yes.
Both of you.
And I'm sticking with that story. We'll tell everybody. Put that on everything. Yeah.
So, again, from an early age, you were, it was always music. What's your thought process and what's your creative process like?
Usually, when I sit down to write a song, it usually has to start with words most of the time.
Okay.
Not to say that I don't sit down at the piano and play around with chord progressions, but most of the time, I have to start with a palpable like idea. I have to have something that really feels inspiring to me.
Okay.
Because I have to know where I'm going. I have to know like because the structure of a song is such that the chorus is where you want your main idea and you want to state it simply and you want to build everything around that. So I always have to know where I'm going before I start to go there. So I usually start with words. I keep like a little notebook where I jot down like things that I hear people say and things that I read, and that's usually where I get a lot of my ideas. But I'm a big word geek. Like I've read the dictionary a couple of times just to find I'm like about. I've never used about before in a song title, so I should use that sometime, like that kind of stuff. So I'm a big list person too.
Okay, because I'm as a listener, I'm a very visual listener.
Yeah.
So when you gave me a very special advance of the new disc, that I'm very happy to have heard, it's just the projector in my head started going and say the whole.
See, I love that. That's that's really, that's what you work for. That's really what my goal is. Like when I sit down to write a song, that's what I try to give like a person. I want to be able to give them like a picture of the story.
I think that whole process, I give you so much credit because, I do the same thing as a stand-up, like I keep my little notebook and stuff, but the fact that you're blending words and you sit and write the music, I just think that's so, to me it's impressive, and I think it's hot. It is. It's so nice to hear somebody talk about their process, and I love that damn song.
Thank you.
That's gonna be stuck in my head
Thank
now.
you.
Like we've had guests on before where their songs like go through my head, and I'm just like blah blah blah, walking down the street. Stop. Let me stop. I think you're fantastic, and
Thank
I
you
just
so
met
much. Thank you.
I'll please say, I'm walking through the park in the morning. It's playing in my headset, and I'm singing it through the workday. What are you singing? So,
All right.
so
Tell everybody.
You're already
Tell
infectious
everyone.
in a good way.
Hey, thank you.
You have really good energy.
Oh, thanks so much. Thank
What's
you.
your website?
ToddAlsup.com, and nobody ever knows how to spell my name. ALSUP, TODDALSUP.com. It's a brand new website. It's badass. I spent a long time working on it and designing it with a great company. And you can go there and you can read all of my lyrics and hear all of my songs and see little pictures. And it's a great website. It sounds like everybody else's website, but it's really good. It's a really good website, so please check it out.
Are you on Facebook?
I am on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, too.
We gotta pimp you, baby. We gotta
Yes,
pimp you
that's
out.
right. And I love meeting new people, so please look me up.
So when you're telling a story through a song, as the words come and the music comes, is it are you just channeling, or is it?
You know what? It's 50-50, and I've gotten a little sass from this from certain people, because there are some people who believe that when you write a song, it's always supposed to come from a divine, inspired place, and it's supposed to come from this really intense emotion that you're feeling. And I will say that 50% of the time when I write a song, that's the case. I'll write a song because I'm just feeling something very strong. But there are other times where I think as a songwriter, I think of myself as being like a storyteller, a screenwriter,
Yes.
And you talked about alluding to the projector, painting a picture and all that stuff. So there's something fun, I'm gonna play a song for you in a second that was one that just came from words, that I was like, I have this title, I really like it, what's it about? What does this mean? And so, there's that other 50% of the time when it's kind of just, it's wordplay and it's kind of creating a fun scenario that feels universal, it feels like people can connect with.
It's still a creative process, though.
Of course it is.
That bothers me when people judge, it's like your process is your process. How you come to the finished product it doesn't matter. As long, it's
right. I feel like there's a lot of, there's a lot of writers who believe that it's just got to really come from somewhere always which is fine, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh,
it's just not as much fun, I don't think.
Well, I mean, just through doing the show, I've heard both sides of it. People who work the words first and people who work the music first.
Right.
And neither one is invalid. But I seem to find that the storytellers work the words first. Mm-hmm. And, some of the, pardon the expression, but the shit kickers really, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Yeah, they channel the music and then the words come later.
Right. And I mean, there are times when there are plenty of times that I start with music that I start with this set of chords, or, I get a lot of inspiration just from listening to other songs and just sort of saying, these are cool, this is a cool vibe that I'm getting off of these harmonies, and chords aren't copyrightable, you can steal them. So sometimes I play around with other people's chords and turn them into something, so yeah. Different strokes for different folks. It's all creative.
What else you got going on, Todd? Why am I talking like this all night long? I'm sorry. I like you.
I just do that
dig
to you, I
I'm
guess.
Just
I bring out the sass in you,
You do. Damn, you don't have shoelaces. What else is going on with you?
Gearing up for this release is huge. I mean, we've got so many. It's a weird place to be because I've spent a year and a half in the studio being a songwriter and being a producer and being, imagining all the instrumental possibilities and all the textures that you can put on a record. And now that's over, and I have to put on my business hat and be like, okay, let's go out and promote this.
Yeah.
And so, but that kind of has its own exciting, creative elements too. But creating the website is just brand new, and we're about to look into starting a video for Let's Have a Party.
Yay!
Are you gonna have a release party?
I am gonna have a release party. It'll be around June 22nd.
I think it's gonna be a banging party.
You gonna be there?
If you invite me, yes.
John?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
even volunteer for the casting couch.
Great, I love it. Cool, we'll make sure we have one there for you. Perfect. And in the meanwhile, we're working on, we're sending out one of the tracks. There's one dancier track from the album that we're sending out to remixers. Hopefully we're going to have a dance track out there. Lots of stuff. There's lots of stuff like that. I'll be doing some touring this summer. I'll be playing in Provincetown a couple of weeks.
Yay.
And I just came off of a college and university tour. Yeah.
You are busy.
I'm busy.
This is so great. I'm excited for you.
What's the point if you're not busy? It's so,
I know. That's fantastic.
I curse my life sometimes. I come home and I'm like, why do I do this to myself? But, you got to be driven.
You are driven, and it looks like you're definitely having a good time.
I am.
Doing it. Good.
The end result is obviously there, and then when you get to do it for the audience, and you channel the energy back and forth, that's such a rush.
Yeah.
Is that I'm sure fuels you as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the greatest reward that I can get from somebody is to have them come up and say, you really touched me. You made me feel joy. You made me feel, you really sort of hit a nerve. I've been having a hard time this week. That's always the best. When somebody sends a message and says, I called and requested your song today because I really needed it because I was having a rough week. That's cool. That's you feel like you've done your job then. Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't. Oh damn.
Here we are.
What did I do? What?
So what's next?
What's next?
You got the tour coming up, touring all summer. You got the CD, got the video, you got the whole.
I'm trying not to look further ahead than 3 months. So I'm in these 3 months, we're gonna try to conquer the world a little bit and get everybody to know about the songs. That's really the goal. I don't have any other projects planned yet.
World domination?
But there will be another record someday soon. I'm just finally now coming out of that element and going into promoting this one. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. So the website again.
www.toddalsup.com. That's ALSUP. Check me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and there's more information about the disc on there.
There's a countdown clock to the release.
Ooh, the single will be out.
Yes.
Which is what you just performed last
Yes.
summer party.
We're releasing 2 singles in tandem.
Ooh.
And I'm going to sing the other one for you in a second. It's a love song. I'm a very big advocate for marriage equality. Having been in a relationship for quite a few years and being unable to marry in New York State, it's an important cause to me, and it's a love song that we're releasing as well. It's a ballad that I hope we can somehow put to use to the cause, to help the cause.
That's very cool. I'm really, I love the fact that we get private concerts on this show. That's so cool.
I know.
So I know I had asked you for possibly 2 more, but I'm going to see if you feel like winging it into 3, go for
I'd
it.
love to.
So, yeah, because I could talk to you for hours and hours, but I'd rather hear you play.
Okay.
So,
Terrific.
While you get situated, we're gonna talk about some upcoming stuff that we got going on. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mwah.
Thank you. www.talkingabout.info. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Todd Alsup is gonna sing us out. June 22nd, his CD titled Todd Alsup is gonna be released, and without anything further from us, I'm John Griffith.
I'm Cara Kilduff.
Here's Todd.
I was only a number, just a face in the crowd, feeling scattered and lonely in this cold, hard town. And then abracadabra, there before me you stood, looking ready to change my weary life for good. Oh, and you are the center of my soul, the half that makes me whole, the healer of my heart. I might not say this nearly enough, but all I've ever loved is everything you are. Is everything you are. Oh. Now our love is familiar, and sometimes we collide, and the daily routine's a roller coaster ride. But that's never diminished what I now understand, 'cause you give me the strength to be a better man. Oh, and you are the center of my soul, the half that makes me whole, the healer of my heart. I might not say this nearly enough, but all I've ever loved is everything you are. These words of devotion are a drop in the ocean. Mere words could never reveal, no, the deeper emotion I feel for you, baby. I was only a number, just a face in the crowd, but my life has been altered with this love that I have found. Whoa, and you're the center of my soul, the help that makes me whole, the healer of my heart. I might not say this nearly enough, but all I've ever loved is everything you are. Everything you are. Thank you. So, I was born and raised, as I said, in the suburbs of Detroit. And that naturally means I grew up listening to Motown music. Smokey Robinson and Marvin Gaye and the Supremes, of course. So this is a song that I wrote inspired by Motown. This is called The Funniest Thing. Well, it's the funniest thing. It's got me laughing out loud and acting curiously. So if the joke's on me, I ain't figured out. It must be a sight to observe. This starry look in my eye. See me confounded and thrown. Well, I'm not usually known as that kind of guy. I never been one to give out my heart, and I used to run when the feelings would start. But you know the funniest parts, I never felt more like a king than standing here singing, I love you, I love you, I love you. Ain't that the funniest thing? When you showed up on the scene, I wasn't looking for more than taking my love on the run. Figured I'd have my fun and be out the door. Well, I can't say just what it was or when precisely I fell. Oh, but slowly worked your way in till you were under my skin and you cast your spell. I never been one to give out my heart, and I used to run when the feelings would start. But you know the funniest part, I never felt more like a king than standing here singing, I love you, I love you, I love you. Ain't that the funniest thing? There is a fire here inside me, and it's rising, there's no disguising the flame burning deep in my heart. Ooh, yeah. Well, it's the funniest thing, this transformation in me. See, I said that I was too cool to be somebody's fool. That's what they call irony. I've never been one to give out my heart, and I used to run when the feelings would start. But you know the funniest part, I never felt more like a king than standing here singing, I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. Yes, I love you, I love you, I love you. Ain't that the funniest thing? Tell me, ain't that the funniest thing? Hey, thank you. So I'm gonna do one more tune for you, and these are all songs off of my brand new record, Todd, Alsup, which will be available June 22nd. This is an old song. Old for me, at least. It's called How I'm Made. I never said I was without my faults, quite the opposite. I'm a man who's flawed in many ways. I've accepted it. I won't pretend I'm what I'm not. I'll skip the whole charade, and I'll tell you right now that I can't change how I'm made. No, no. See, I get all worked up over little things, and then I can't let go. I'm possessive, I'm unforgiving, and you wanna know that I'm not afraid to speak my mind and call a spade a spade. If I'm stubborn and proud, then I blame it on how I'm made. I've always found it hard to offer an apology, to admit my mistakes, and that's how I'll always be. When I'm wrong, you think I try to be a bigger man, but I'm set in my ways. Yeah, that's who I am, that's who I am. But my biggest fault is that I always give my heart too soon. I fell in love with you, and I began to plan the honeymoon. Oh. And now look at me, I'm broken hearted. I let myself get played. And you think that by now I'd have learned